gas. Senator Pat Toomey, Republican of Pennsylvania, who serves on the Senate Banking,
Good morning, everybody.
Budget, and Finance Committees, rejected Biden's explanation of higher gasoline prices.
Shut down the Keystone Pipeline, a tremendous source of oil, suspending the ability to drill for oil and gas in places where we have oil and gas.
He says you can't begin the process of crushing supply and not expect to see a price spike. In response to a Freedom of Information Act request, the CDC admitted that there are no documented cases of unvaccinated individuals who've been reinfected or transmitted COVID to another person after acquiring natural immunity. This is USA Radio News.
Lights out, everybody.
Matt Dillon, United States Marshal. The first man they look for and the last they want to meet.
Pleasant dreams.
The greatest radio shows of all time, USA Classic Radio Theater. On these radio stations,
that one guy. That was a nice
USA
guy.
Classic Radio Theater. USA Classic Radio Theater.
The daughter of the first American in space will ride into space herself in a couple of weeks.
Alan Shepard was the first American astronaut to enter space in 1961.
The Mercury spacecraft is beginning to re-enter
Your phone?
Now his daughter, Laura Shepard Churchley, is scheduled to fly aboard the New Shepard, the spacecraft named in her father's honor.
The New Shepard.
Churchley is among the two honorary guests, the other being Good Morning America and former NFL star Michael Strahan, to join the December 9th mission that's backed by Blue Origin, the space company founded by former Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos. Churchley says despite it's only going to last about 10 minutes, the 3 minutes of weightlessness will, in her words, be a riot. And for USA Radio News, I'm Chris Barnes.
The United States banned travel from southern African countries.
I wonder how much they had to pay for that.
The introduction of a newly detected virus variant. A public health official
For
said
like
on
a,
Saturday,
what,
the
did they
issue
say
of
3-minute
blocking
ride or
travel
something?
From a given country is to just give us time to assess it better. That's the reason for doing that, not any reason to panic. Dr. Anthony Fauci, the longtime director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, said on the Today Show. President Joe Biden, a day earlier, ordered travel restrictions from South Africa and 7 other South African countries. For USA Radio News, I'm Brad Bernards.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host and do not express the views of WVBF ownership or Hometown Talk Radio. Content aired on all programs are those of the host and their guests.
Perfect. All right.
Hey, Joey, what's happening?
Checking the on-air quality.
It's time for the Middleboro Week in Review. With
Checking if we're on the air.
Stay tuned for news. Middleboro
Gotta do that, in case we're not.
1530 WVBF. Hey, Joey, what's happening?
Red. Perfect. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Middleboro in Review. Today is the 28th of November, the last Sunday in November. Up next is December, the final month of the year. So that's coming up pretty quick. And we're going to say good morning to Don.
Good morning, Joey. What's up?
Who's on his phone.
Well, I'm texting somebody. I'm trying to get a bunch of guys together doing some work at the house. And we already had one guy bang out this morning. I ain't feeling well. So I'm putting my feelers out to someone else here. See if we can get him out of bed, you know.
Okay, well.
I'm sick.
Well, I will.
Yeah, Sunday morning, I'm sick at 6. Yeah, what's that
let you
all
do
about?
that.
What's all that about?
But I wanted to say good morning to you.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, Joey.
All right, Taunton weather. 29 degrees currently, cloudy outside. Yeah, I might see some rain today, but it's going to be some nice weather. Coming up in the next few days after that. Mid-40s. And stuff like that. It's gonna be cold at night now, going forward, which it's normal, because it is December now, or almost December, so that's normal. In Middleboro, 30 degrees, 41 for the high today. You could see a mix in Middleboro. Could see a mix. Looking like rain and snow right now. I'm not sure if that's tonight. That's probably tonight because it's not snowing or raining right now. All right. Driscoll, Texas, 55 degrees, 71 for the high today. Monday, 74, 79 on Tuesday, and back into the 80s for Driscoll, Texas by the end of the week. 80-degree weather in December. Wow. Driscoll, North Dakota, 23 degrees. About what you would expect for that area in late November. High 40s going forward. There will be a 57-degree day on Wednesday, so that should be very nice for people who live in that area. Definitely go out and get some sun and walk around. Take a walk because days like that going forward after this is going to be very far and in between until the spring, especially in North Dakota. All right, so that is your weather. Quick little sports update so I can just get out of the way. Just because we have a lot to get to today. Hopefully I do have a bunch of stuff, and I would like to get to all of it today. Tennessee Titans take on the Patriots. The Patriots have a chance to take sole possession of first place today. Sole first place in the AFC East in their division. So they have to win against the Tennessee Titans this afternoon, and that is a home game today. So good luck to the Patriots. And the Revolution soccer team, New England Revolution, in the conference semifinals take on New York City FC. And that will be on Tuesday, November 30th. And it is a 7:30 kickoff, or first kick. All right, so that is your sports for now. For now. I mean, I do have one other sports story, but that is, sports. This other story is Thanksgiving and sports related that I want to talk about later on. But let's start off with just a reminder for people who read the Middleboro Gazette print publication. The Middleboro Gazette and the Middleboro Gazette Extra will cease publishing a print newspaper and will instead exclusively offer news online at www.southcoasttoday.com. And that will be coming up for Middleboro Gazette December 2nd and Middleboro Gazette Extra December the 3rd. And this business decision reaffirms the Middleboro Gazette and Middleboro Gazette Extra's commitment to the sustainable future of local news. The Middleboro Gazette and the Middleboro Gazette Extra and their parent company, Gannett, understand many readers value and depend on the news and information they find weekly in their print publications. The company's focus on digital news presentation helps ensure continued delivery of valuable community journalism and effective platforms for advertising. So that is basically the reason why they're going to be going digital. A lot of newspapers are doing this. Newspapers and media in general has been a lot different than what they were 30 to 40 years ago. We are living in a different world, a changing world technology-wise, and a lot of news is moving online and less papers, less and less newspapers, which one way is a bad thing, because people enjoy newspapers. Some people enjoy newspapers and like the newspapers and like reading the newspapers and the things in the newspapers. And the other, it's a good thing because a lot of information is moving online and information is more easily accessible online. So Don, what are your thoughts on this?
I was listening to Middleboro Matters last week, and Jack Haley usually brings the paper in, right?
Yes.
So, I wonder if he's going to have the last one. So, the third, what's the third? That's Friday, right?
The third, yeah.
Yeah, it's Friday. So,
Yeah.
he'll be, if he's in on Thursday, he'll have a printed edition.
Mm-hmm.
He'll have one of the last printed editions. He'll be, he likes to read stories. He does that every Thursday, right? Is that his stick?
Yeah, yes, he brings in the newspapers.
Yeah, and he reads on, right. So,
yeah.
For someone like Jack, somebody in his age group, it's a loss because some people just don't like looking at computers. Hurts their eyes and whatnot. And to have a printed paper is more comfortable for them. than
Yes.
trying to, I'm sure people get through it all, especially the older people who. I know a lot of people into computers now. I mean, my aunt, she's 81, and she has no problem doing the Facebook thing or whatnot. But nothing beats a book print to
Yes.
read. And it's good and bad because I hope we don't lose that. I hope we don't lose the hard copy books because there's a feeling to the books when you read them, the feel of the paper, you know that if you're reading a story, if there's a disruption in the cable or in internet service, you're not going to lose your story. There's all these things in the back of your head that you have to attend to now as far as you got to make sure you got power in your computer. It has to be plugged in. You pick up an old book, you don't need power, you don't need any of that stuff. So
Yeah.
I think technology is good, but we got to be careful with it. We can't lose the fabric of who we are as people, the feelings of books and in general, because it's a special feeling. I'm sure, I don't read the paper every day, but someone like Jack Haley probably does all his life. He's got the paper, or he came home from work or whatever on Sunday morning. That's what most people do. They have their coffee and they read the paper and they read the paper and they read the funnies and they read everything because that's their stick. My father was that way. He was a big crossword puzzle guy. He'd sit there with his crossword puzzles. I thought it was boring as anything, but that was his thing. He does his crossword puzzles and all his. He had all these books and stuff, and that was his pastime. So it's good that technology is getting ahead, but we got to be careful too. And another positive thing too, you're not using all that paper, and you don't have to deal with all that waste.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's another positive.
Yeah, there's definitely, to me, that's the most positive out of the whole thing.
Yes. All right, so just wanted to remind everybody that Friday is the last day that you can get a print newspaper from the Middleboro Gazette. Definitely go out and buy it.
I think there'll be a run of papers. I think they'll probably sell out.
They'll sell out all week.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we got two events in Halifax coming up. The first one, Wednesday, December 1st at 12. The Halifax Cultural Council is happy to announce that Tommy Roll will perform his musical journey through the years show, which is going to be on Wednesday, December the 1st, with lunch at noon and entertainment starting at 1 o'clock. At the Parish Hall of the Holy Apostle Church / Our Lady of the Lake, which is a church near a lake, obviously.
Montponset Lake.
Yep, Montponset Lake. That's why it's called Lady of the Lake. And it's a beautiful lake.
Oh, it looks awesome.
So it's a beautiful area to have a church.
Yes. It's been there forever, though. The church has been there forever.
Yes. Please reserve your ticket. There will be a cost for food by calling the Halifax Council on Aging, 781-293-7313. That is the first event. The second event, the Halifax Firefighters Association and Girl Scouts will team up with Santa and Mrs. Claus for its 23rd year. And this will be Saturday, December the 4th, 2021. And they will be collecting new unwrapped toys and non-perishable food. Gift certificates are encouraged. All items collected are distributed through the 2 local churches and kept in town, helping families in need. The drop-off center is at the town barn, 60 Hemlock Lane, and that is behind Town Hall. On the day of the event, please do not bring items to the Halifax Fire Station. We will also be parading through the neighborhoods on this day, collecting toys/food along the way. Items may be left curbside. If you are unavailable or have any questions, please call 781-588-4886. Please do not bring items to the Halifax Fire Station. If your street is not listed, look for the street closest to yours for time and when the truck will be in your area. Due to some of the roads, we are unable to make it down all of the streets in town. The town website will have the schedule. So those are the 2 events coming up in Halifax. 2 very important events coming up in Halifax.
Anybody who knows Halifax is there spot on about the road situation. There are some roads in Halifax that you can't even get a tricycle down. It is so tight and dead ends, and there's some areas, especially around the Montponset Lake, really tight areas there. So I can see why in that department.
All right, it is 7:21 a.m. We're going to take a quick commercial break. You're listening to Middleboro in Review on 1530 a.m., 99.7 FM, WVBF. We will be right back, everybody.
Good job.
Thanks.
Always do your call letters when you sign off and come in. Doing good on that. Took a while, but
I'm not sure if I should be playing CBNA today because of what Jay told me. He's not the spokesperson anymore, so I don't know if I should.
Well, is it on the log?
It's on the log.
Play it. It's on the log. Play it.
All right.
Still the same message, you know?
Yeah.
Combat Veteran Motorcycle Association is an association of combat veterans from all
But I gotta
United States Armed Forces.
Try to figure out what's going on with that today.
As a hobby.
Because I gotta get in hold of the new
Do you
spokesperson.
have Tom's of Maine?
What?
Do you have your Tom's of Maine?
Our focus is to help
No.
veteran care
Where?
facilities
I don't
provide
know.
a warm meal,
In my bag, I think.
Bag in the car?
and
In the
guidance,
car, yeah.
or simply to say thank you
Yes.
and welcome home. We have members from nearly all
I'm on
50
a clock.
states and living abroad. Many members continue to serve in
Anybody
the armed
listening?
forces.
What?
Several
Anybody
serving
tuning
in
in?
combat areas now.
Paul, I think.
Sponsor
Yeah,
and
Paul's listening.
Many motorcycle
Tom, I got a
related
rant for
charity
later.
organizations.
As long as
As a non-profit
producer Joey lets me.
organization, donate to various veteran
When are you gonna
care
talk about old
facilities and
55?
veteran
What's that?
charities.
When are you gonna talk about old
The Combat
55?
Veteran Motorcycle Association
I
and
won't.
how you can
If I have
generate
time.
more support.
Oh,
I will.
definitely have me time.
CVMA.
I'll knock my rant down, and my rebuttal won't be long.
Okay.
Hi, this is Martha Clopin, your host for Medicare Moment with Martha. Each week, we present
Now they
the
got
latest
this.
information on health,
Hey,
legal,
next Sunday,
and lifestyle
Yeah.
issues that
if you
affect
want, after your
and
shift,
your
I wanna go
family.
down and see Uncle
It's
Don.
fascinating, fast-paced,
Okay.
and fun
Alright, so
as we
maybe
explore
go down
all
after.
aspects
Okay.
of the
Spend the afternoon
Medicare
with them.
Got
maze.
it, yeah.
So join me for a Medicare Moment with Martha, Saturday mornings at 8
That's if you want
and
something. They
Sunday
had
mornings
Pete
at
Garrett's
9
wife yesterday.
on AM 1530 and 99.7 FM WVBF, your hometown radio station.
Spark Street Auto Body, located at 48 Spark Street in Brockton, Massachusetts, offers the highest quality collision repair and complete auto service for your
This is
car.
one of your better
They are a
commercials,
direct repair shop for all major insurance
I would have
companies.
touched
You can
this.
reach them
okay,
at
yeah.
508-583-1495. They're open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5, and 8 to 4.
Can't play the
on
high school football
Fridays.
promo. I gotta get that out of my
You will
log.
not be disappointed. 508-583-1495.
106.
Hope you can join me every Sunday from noon to 2 o'clock here on WBBM.
Oh, you gotta,
Sounds of the
you gotta
Old
do,
Valley. We'll have some great Irish music.
I have to do a.
Trade Post, right?
I have to do a live read for that today. I didn't have a time to get anything done with that because of what happened this weekend.
What happened this week?
Of the thing from yesterday. I didn't get a chance to do it. So
Well, you better
I'll do it today.
do it today.
If I have a chance to do it today. If not today, tomorrow. Sure. I'll get it done.
They are celebrating their 30th year. To learn more about Bridgewater Martial
I like this one. This is my favorite.
Would you like the cheesy keyboard?
I do. This is my favorite.
Or visit their website, bridgewatermartialarts.com.
320. Okay, play. There we go. Alright. Back up. Back you go. Okay, we're back here on Middleboro in Review. Almost forgot to turn my mic on. I turned your mic on first.
You're usually shutting it off.
Anyway, let's finish up with the sports. I did a sports segment, just sports. I'm going to do a Thanksgiving sports update now. So in the NFL, Thursday there was a couple of games for Thanksgiving. Bears and Lions. The Bears won that one 16-14 in a very good game. In a very good game score-wise, 16-14. Not very good game play-wise. Two very bad teams. Just not a good game. The good game of the Thursday was the Raiders and the Cowboys. They went to overtime in that one. 36-33, Raiders beating the Cowboys. Bills defeated Saints 31-6. So those are your Thanksgiving games. Alabama had a game yesterday with their rival, or one of their big rivals, and that's the Auburn Tigers. The famous Iron Bowl was yesterday. I don't know if it was last night. It was yesterday. 24-22 win for the Alabama Crimson Tide, which moves them to 11-1. This game took 4 overtimes to complete. So, good game. All right, real quick, I want to mention our friends at Williams Trading Post. They're open. 72 years they've been open. And they're open for the Christmas season. November 26th through December 22nd. They're going to be selling wreaths, Christmas trees, poinsettias, winter berries, garlands, and much more. Monday through Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Thursday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. They also have the antique shop open. If you want to get anything for a loved one, the antique shop at Williams Trading Post is the perfect place to do it. A lot of great gifts.
Middleboro tradition. For a lot of people, buying there. Probably been buying there from generation to generation.
Yeah.
That's part of, I think a lot of people, probably over the weekend, that's what they do on their Thanksgiving. People will put their tree up early. I'm one who probably doesn't like to put it up early because I like to leave it up late. So, you could pick your poison, you could put it up early and take it down a little after Christmas, or you could put it up a couple weeks before Christmas and leave it to Little Christmas, which is January 6th. So what do people like to do? But everyone likes to get together and they get their Christmas tree, and so take a ride to Middleboro, take a ride over to Williams Trading Post in Middleboro and pick it up. I bet there's people who don't live in Middleboro. There's people who live probably all over the place. It's just go there. I know myself, when I buy stuff, I'll go out of my way to go to one place to be loyal because it's not buying a Christmas tree. It's the whole experience, dealing with the people, dealing with you just like if you're treated nice and you'll always go back, and that's why they've been around for 72 years.
All right, one last sports thing that I have here, and it's Thanksgiving related. NASCAR. They don't usually have a race on Thanksgiving, but one year they did. The last NASCAR Thanksgiving weekend race. It happened in 2001, the 2001 season, and that was because of the tragic events of 9/11. And they had a couple of weeks where they went on hiatus, NASCAR. And it resumed on September 23rd at Dover. And they won. Dale Earnhardt Jr. won that race. And he proudly carried an American flag during his victory celebration in front of 140,000 assembled fans, many holding their own flags dressed in red, white, and blue. And there were some other ones. The missed race that was in the schedule was New Hampshire International Speedway, and that was moved to the week after the originally planned finale at Atlanta and held on Friday, November the 23rd, which was Thanksgiving weekend, to accommodate a possible delay for a New England snowstorm. And the winner of that race was Robbie Gordon, beating Jeff Gordon on one of the laps. And Jeff Gordon was black flagged. And Robbie Gordon ended up winning the race. And Jeff Gordon ended up finishing a lap down at 15th place. So that was the race that happened on Thanksgiving weekend in 2001 for NASCAR at New Hampshire because of the events of 9/11. Don, your thoughts on that story?
Are they related, Robbie and Jeff?
No, I don't believe so. Okay. No, I'm not certain. I don't think so.
Because you guys get that father and son thing going on. I mean, when did Dale Earnhardt die?
Dale Earnhardt, 2000.
2000. Okay.
Yeah.
So his son, Dale
Earnhardt Jr. Yeah.
Right, but they were both racing at the same time during the.
Yeah, father and son. Yes, they were. Yes.
So that's why I asked.
They were both. Robbie and Jeff Gordon, I do not believe are related.
Okay.
The Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Dale Earnhardt are.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
Yeah.
9/11 pushed everything back as far as and people got back into the swing of things. And what did you say? The last one was Atlanta.
The last one was New Hampshire.
And really?
Yeah, at Loudon. Yeah.
Really? And
on Friday, November 23rd, 2001. Wow. Which was Thanksgiving week.
Imagine. It's funny because you heard so much crazy noises during that year.
Mm.
Jet fighters flying over Boston. Days after 9/11, and hearing no commercial. There's just a lot of eerie sounds. But for people who lived around Loudon to hear NASCAR motors around Thanksgiving must have been something to be like, wow. Because usually they shut everything down, especially in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
So that's a good story, Joe.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Serped is inviting public comment on GATRA improvement plans.
GATRA.
Yeah.
I think GATRA is cool. I see that buses everywhere.
The Southeastern Regional Planning and Economic Development District, SERPED, has announced that the public will have an opportunity for comment and input on Transportation Improvement Plan program amendments. In a press release, SERPED announced a 21-day public comment period and a virtual public meeting that's going to be taking place on December the 2nd at 5 p.m. For questions and comments for the FFY 2022 through 26 Transportation Improvement Program amenities concerning the Greater Attleboro Taunton Regional Transit Authority, or GATRA, and the Southern Regional Transit Authority, or SRTA. Transit funding for equipment, van replacement, and the design and construction of pedestrian walkways, which is all important stuff for GATRA and SRTA as well. Those are important things. And so they're requesting public comment on it. The TIP is the programming document listing all federally funded road and bridge projects in the region and all transit projects for both SRTA and GATRA. Everyone is welcome to attend the virtual public meeting, and the meeting will be conducted via Zoom. Connect to the meeting through a computer, smartphone, or regular telephone at https or bit.ly -3DY J7ZA. That is the Zoom code, I believe it is. The comment will become final on the 14th. And and you can also go to their website, www.serped.org, for the proposed amendments. They can be found there. You can review them. All right, that is that. Very important information there.
I really think that's a good idea. I really think, in a whole, the whole state, all the transportation agencies should be intertwined as far as connections. It just seems like they're just too independent. They're just too separate. I know Ashmont bus leaves Ashmont Station and goes to Brockton Center. They have the one bus or whatnot, but it's just, I really think that the agencies should be intertwined in a way where it's convenient for everybody. So, what are you doing, Joe? You getting all your papers, shuffling your papers like Walter Cronkite over here?
Yeah, just getting my papers out of the way.
Nice.
The papers that I don't need anymore. Just getting out of the way because I don't want to have all sorts of stuff here.
Nice. See,
all right.
You grabbed my phone, right?
Yes. So we are going to be talking now. Here, I've got a few minutes. There's a particular song I want to talk about, and that song is called "Old 55." And it is a song by American musician Tom Waits. The opening track, it leads single, here we go, from Waits' debut studio album, Closing Time, which was released in 1973. Written by Waits, produced by Jerry Yester, and it was a minor hit. It has been described as a more conventional than Waits' later songs.
Oh, without a doubt.
Old 55 refers to the singer's vehicle. It could have been the 1955 Cadillac Waits owned, or it could be any other 1955 model year car. The song has been covered by numerous artists, most notably by the Eagles for their 1974 album, On the Border. In a 1975 interview, Tom Waits was critical of the Eagles' cover version of his song, admitting that he was not that particularly crazy about their rendition of it. I thought their version was a little antiseptic. About 1 year later, while interviewed for New Musical Express, he went on as far as stating that I don't like the Eagles. They are about as exciting as watching paint dry. Their albums are good for keeping the dust off of your turntable, and that's about all.
Was there more?
Yeah, and there is a little bit more. The song was used for All Elite Wrestling's Brody Lee tribute video during his celebration of life. AEW president and CEO Tony Khan purchased the rights to the song in perpetuity, saying, so the tribute will last forever. And that, I think, is amazing. that All Elite Wrestling did that just to celebrate one of their wrestlers, Brody Lee, who had passed away.
That's a great song. Listen to both versions on the way in this morning. Tom Waits' version's awesome. It's more acoustic, more traditional blues in a way. The Eagles version is more country, more twangy, which I like. I really like, and I don't know. You know, he did that interview in '75 about
and that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. And if you go listen to some of the Tom Waits albums, it's like watch. You know, you talk about paint dry. It's just like sometimes some of the Tom Waits stuff that I can't even deal with. It's like nails on chalkboard. So I mean, to each his own as far as that. Some people.
His voice is very unique.
Oh my God, I love Tom Waits.
Yeah,
he's a brilliant songwriter. Oh my God, and a lot of artists have have done songs. Joe Bonamassa did a cover recently.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep, a few years ago.
Yeah, a few years ago. And also, what you tell me? Bruce Springsteen. So a lot of artists have, done covers of his songs. So obviously, he's the man to turn to as far as that. It's different though. The Eagles version is different. It's twangy. It's country. And Glenn Frey did most of the early. I think that's the same album as Take It Easy. I'm not sure, but that was sort of a country twangy album in a way. So I don't know. Some people, I think that was the heat of the moment or whatnot. And Tom Waits, that was his first album, and I don't think that was the Eagles' first album. So, but to have a band like the Eagles to cover your song, I mean that's the greatest compliment you can get, I think, because the Eagles are legendary.
Yeah.
So, but I just thought that was just a cute little article, watching paint dry. But I mean, there's some songs that Tom Waits does. Oh my God, he sings through a bullhorn,
Yeah. All right, so let's do a couple today in histories, because I just looking at it, I have quite a few here, so I would like to do them for you now.
I'll get my phone back then.
Get the rest at the end of the show. All right, so 1925, the Grand Ole Opry begins broadcasting in Nashville, Tennessee, as the WSM Barn Dance. So Grand Ole Opry celebrating their 96th year. Well, not as Grand Ole Opry, but as something that is really important in Nashville. The Grand Ole Opry, big time importance in Nashville, and it's celebrating its 96th year.
I remember that show used to be on. There used to be an old Grand Ole Opry song. I think it was Saturday night that was on. I think it was Saturday night. I remember because I think it was the same night as the Laura's Welk show.
Yeah,
was on. They had all that musical shows on Saturday nights in the 70s.
A sad day in history in Boston history in 1942. November 28th, 1942, the Coconut Grove nightclub fire happened on this day. Horrible fire. It killed a lot of people, and unfortunately, it was a really sad day in Boston history. 1942, November the 28th. In 1943, during World War II, the Tehran Conference, U.S. President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, British Prime Minister Winston Churchill, and Soviet Premier Joseph Stalin met in Tehran, Iran, to discuss war strategy. Probably one of the most important conferences in the war.
Oh, yeah?
Probably the one, the important conference.
Well, 1943, what was it, November? So I think things are starting to look good for the Allies because we're already in Italy, and I think Soviets were out of the woods as far as being, overrun, and so I think they were really trying to, that was a picture too. That was a photo op for the enemies to see too. With all,
Yeah.
Because there's nothing more than the Axis wanting to make rifts between the UK and the United States and the Soviet Union at the time because they were different ideology. But
yeah,
they, these during the war, that pact stuck together, which was good. I mean, after the war, but we never, technically, we never went to war with the Soviet Union, so that's a good thing.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break. When we return from the break, we're gonna have Don's rant.
Oh, I get my rant. Huh?
And then we have time, a couple more things. And then we're gonna do birthdays and deaths on this.
I'm gonna bring you into the rant. I'm gonna talk to you too.
Okay.
Also, okay.
Yeah. No problem. I always like to be involved.
Well, I want to get your perspective too because it's not just me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. So we'll be right back here on Middleboro Review for November 28th, 2021 on WVBF 1530 AM 99.7 FM, and also on YouTube, Middleboro Review, and also on email. Like you can email us, middleboronreview@gmail.com. Okay, thank you, and we will be right back.
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know. Whatever.
That's live radio, baby.
I need coffee.
I'm out of coffee.
There we go. I'm awake now. Alright. 100. There we go. Coletti's Market. This is a good one too. I did a really good job on this one.
Yeah, I think we talked about our experience at Coletti's last Sunday before we go off the air.
Do it when we come back. We'll do it when we come back. Okay, yeah.
Telling me it was cool and it was friendly, it was busy, but...
The chicken parm was so good.
Oh, yeah?
The chicken parm was so good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Alright, well, I can start it off, I guess.
It was the best chicken parm ever. No, I mean, I'm not kidding. I mean, I'm laughing. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. It was really good.
I can start it. I'll do it quick. I'll do my rant.
Yeah.
We'll go right into the rant.
No, I'll start it. It's my sponsor.
Yep.
Breakthrough infection. People who get vaccine breakthrough infections can be contagious, but are less
it's
likely than
my
unvaccinated
sponsor,
people
I guess.
to be hospitalized or to die.
I should start.
Becoming infected with a virus that causes COVID-19
I will tell you. I will ask you for your opinion.
and potentially spreading it to others.
Because
The CDC recommends
what did you get?
that fully
I
vaccinated
got
people
the
wear a mask indoors in public.
There's some
If they're
time
in
for
an area
Thanksgiving,
with
right?
substantial
Yeah.
or high transmission. You might choose to mask
I could have, turkey sales are down after Thanksgiving, I bet, as far as
Yeah.
price and stuff.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's where you could probably get a good sale on them too. I mean, I'm sure prices go down a little bit on it.
No, I mean, a place like that has standard regular price. They're not.
No, I'm talking about turkey. I'm talking about turkey.
Oh yeah,
I'm
so
talking
they're not like a
turkey.
supermarket. They just have their prices.
Yeah, I'm talking about turkey.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
I'm not talking about turkey sandwiches.
Yeah. When you get a hold of Ray, we're gonna get a Christmas message in before.
At this time, we said
Yeah.
Hey, we should try to get a hold of Al Guthrie, see if he can call in.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Well, we gotta do our homework. We gotta.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
many of the following
Yes.
programs: utilities and rent assistance, agency referrals,
It's a long commercial.
clothing and furniture vouchers.
These are long
and temporary
commercials.
lodging. For more information,
I gotta go through this log and see which ones I want to keep.
Well, the thing is now with all your sponsors,
Yeah.
the show's getting chewed up.
Yeah, these are long.
But
These
I
are
mean,
long.
You know what I'm saying?
These are long ads.
Hey everybody, this is Tony Lopes. Just to let you know.
Like, I don't think we need combat veterans in here twice.
Tuesdays, 9 to 12.
We don't need it in here twice.
and
I mean, it's on the log
Wednesdays, 9
twice.
to 11.
I mean, I don't have no problem
Just
playing
not
it
to
twice.
curse about it. Just go over and
Right
curse
here
over
on
it.
AM
I-
But I mean, but he's a stickler about
and
the
99.7
law.
FM.
So he's right. So you have to.
So yeah, I'll play it. If it's on the log, I'll play
Right, you
it.
have-
I'm just saying.
Right, but you just gotta sit down and have a talk about it.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't think it needs to be.
But I mean,
Some of
he's
these
right.
don't need to be on
Well,
here.
he's right about being a stickler about the log. The log's the log. That's just how it is in the radio business.
Exactly. I know.
If not, it's a free for all.
Combat Veteran Motorcycle
Like,
Association.
yeah, this one doesn't have to be on here twice.
Association of Combat Veterans.
If you could put anybody on twice, put Jim on. Put Sounds of Immorality. If you could put anything on twice,
Yeah.
put that on because that's an upcoming show.
Yes.
Who have defended our country and freedoms. Our focus is
So this will probably be,
veteran care facilities
unless you can hear from this guy, it's probably the last time you'll hear Jay's voice.
and guidance.
On the commercials, it's probably the new guy, you know what I mean?
We have
Unless he's the spokesman, but he's no longer the spokesman.
He's no longer the spokesman now.
Many
So
members continue to serve in our armed
I gotta
forces
get this done today. I gotta figure out what's
Well,
going
you
on
got how
today.
many hours to get it all done?
and or participate
You get that Williams Trade Post commercial done too. One, even if you get, well,
in
you
I can't record it here.
organization.
Well, you know,
Donate
do it
to
my-
various
do it
veteran
Tuesday.
care
Yeah.
facilities and veteran charities. To
Get
learn
the studio
more
all
about
to yourself.
Combat Veteran
1
Motorcycle
o'clock Tuesday,
Association
right?
and how you can
Yeah.
join
Put
or
it
support,
together.
please visit cvma2-2.org.
Bumper music now. All right, we're gonna do the Cletties.
Oh yeah.
Raving about Cletties, and then
We can rave about the ladies for 15 minutes that we have.
yeah. I would do that. I would
Yeah.
because it's so good. All right, and we're back here on Middleboro in Review. Closing minutes here. I just want to mention one of our sponsors, Cletties. Clay's Market in Raynham. Amazing food. Definitely go down there and have yourself a sub.
Oh, we went there last Sunday after the chef. I picked you up at 12 o'clock. And we went down to Coletti's Market.
It's
It's
great.
You got a chicken palm and I got a turkey.
And the chicken parm is
They were slammed. They were so
amazing.
busy. They were so busy. But, you know, the people there were all smiling and nice.
Yep.
The girl behind the counter, her name was Danny. She was so nice, and even though it was crazy busy, they were all smiling, nice. I think I waited 15 minutes, and it was worth the wait because we got our food. Busy, the park lot's busy, so I got out of there. I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I didn't want to eat my sub in the park my spot because more people are coming in.
Yeah.
It's gangbusters. Took a ride down to the lake down there, whatever that lake is.
Yeah.
And we
There's
sat
a lake
there.
in Raynham there.
Yeah, right there. On
I don't know the name of it either. I had to look it up.
We sat there, ate our lunch there, and it was delicious. It was, oh my god.
And did I mention the chicken parm?
Oh, you did?
That chicken parm, yeah.
Best in the world.
it really is. It's really good.
That leads me into my rant. You go to a convenience. You go to a sub shop, go to a market like that, and the quality's number one. The service is number one. They have plenty of people working there, whatnot, and you got these bigger corporations / fast food coffee shops that aren't keeping up with the keeping up with demand. You figure demand is what businesses want. They want customers. They want to make money. They want to do this. They want to do that. And it seems like, again, I've talked about this before, as management might be asleep at the wheel as far as these bigger corporations everyone's so used to going to. I'm giving up the bigger corporations, to be honest with you. I'm not mentioning nothing by names because I can't. I don't want to. I'm not going to do that. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go to like smaller places now and get subs, and because I feel they appreciate my business. I feel the quality's good. I feel the service is excellent. People are nice.
Yeah.
And it's just, they're not protecting their product. These big corporations are not protecting their, and everyone knows what the big, as far as food, everyone knows what the big corporations are without me saying anything. They're not protecting their product. They're not standing behind their service. I just got back from Florida 2 weeks ago, and we went to the Waffle House and had some breakfast. Again, I talked to the manager. She took the time to talk to me. She wasn't, and I asked her about, I keep going back to Joplin, the tornadoes that were 2011, I believe. And they had corporate come out and man stores. This is corporate now. This is the CEO, the vice president, everybody. And she says, yeah, that story is true. They emptied corporate. And I've heard 4 managers. I asked 4 managers in the last 2.5 years the same question. I got the same exact answer. They come SWAT teams. And they come out because they wanted the people who man the restaurants in that area to take care. They had to take care of their families. So instead of forcing them to work, most people would say, I got to take care of them. I have to quit. I can't come back. I can't. So the shifts are covered, and the people help them as best they can, and they were able to feed the community that doesn't have power, doesn't have food. Just think about it. You don't think about these restaurants until you have no power and you're starving. You can't, your supermarkets are down because you got no power. Mm-hmm. Most of the restaurants are down because you have no power. So, I mean, something afterthought as far as a little restaurant and it's there for you and the quality's still good even during hard circumstances is one to be seen. So that's, and that's, I'm not, we're not advertising them, but no. They were just talking about the SWAT teams as far as that. Mm-hmm. And you talked about the Waffle House Index.
I did, yeah.
Right, and the national,
which is a real thing, which is a real FEMA
weather,
thing. FEMA, yeah.
Right, exactly.
It's a real thing.
Right. So that's that in a nutshell. So it's just I feel that corporate could be helping people out with these stores. Mm-hmm. So they could be coming in. Even like I said, the CEO of Waffle House came down and worked.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't, we're not advertising them. We're just talking about using them as an example as far as, what I've seen as far as quality, you know what I mean? So, that's all I can say about that. I think these companies they're good companies too. They're all good companies. Yeah. And I think they just need to protect their product. When you see lines going out the door, out the sidewalk and then into the streets, and then people are waiting for coffee out on the main artery, creating a road hazard, that's a problem. That means they don't have enough staff to, you want these companies to get the business. I'm not discouraging that, but I'm not going to wait on a main road and blocking traffic on a main road to get my coffee. I think I'll go somewhere else. I'll get out maybe and park out the street and maybe go to the counter. But I'm not going to be sitting on the main road, being a traffic nuisance to get a cup of coffee.
Thank you, Don, for that. That was really good.
Yeah,
it was really good.
Well,
it's important.
Well, I just think these companies need to protect their product. It's just you go to a place so many times and you get get the service, you don't get this, you don't get that, and then these people are trying. So these people working at these places are not getting backed up.
Yeah.
And I feel half of management who go home for the weekends with their feet up, they get a lot of these people who worked in management worked the front lines. They worked the grills. That's how they got up to management. But if they're going to sit there and watch their product go down the drain because, they emptied corporate. Okay? Mm-hmm. Over, the other place, emptied corporate. I mean, everyone who was a corporate, did the corporate stuff, went and manned a grill, manned a restaurant to keep their product good.
Yeah.
Okay? Protect their product. Mm-hmm. Whatever it took. I work for an oil company. I can't work 8-hour days if it's 80 below zero. I'm just not saying that. But if it's cold, we're below zero, I got to stay out and finish all the oil deliveries. Yeah. I can't say I want to go home at 4 because I want to go home at 4. I want the weekends off. No. Our customers expect to get oil.
Yes.
Okay? So I'm working late. I'm doing, the boss is working late. When we had those snowstorms in 2015, the boss rode with me and he put on snowshoes and we swam through snow to get the people their oil. We did what it took. And I feel that's not happening with a lot of these big corporations. They just let the product go. And in a way, I work so hard for my money. I want that service. I want that quality. I want that. I want all that. Okay? So the smaller places still give it to you. The mom and pop places. That's where I'll shop.
All right, we have about a minute, so let's do.
Shoot up all your time.
Let's do birthdays and deaths. All right, so we have 3 birthdays.
Don't go over. Remember, you got a minute.
Okay, so 3
8
birthdays.
o'clock.
Okay.
Shut it down.
Okay, can I finish?
Yeah, sure.
All right, we have 3 birthdays. 1929, Berry Gordy Jr., the famous songwriter, producer. He founded Motown Records, which is one of the biggest, most well-known record companies in the United States. Motown Records, great record company. 1959, American actor and screenwriter Judd Nelson. He's been in a lot of great movies. He was in Breakfast Club and many, many more movies. Great actor. 1962, Matt Cameron. American drummer and songwriter. Drummer for Pearl Jam. Drummer for Audio Slave. And drummer for many, many different bands. Matt Cameron. Great drummer. Deaths on this day. James Naismith. A Canadian-American physician and educator. He created basketball. And the Naismith Hall of Fame is in Springfield. You can go check that out in Springfield. All right, so it's 8 o'clock, and or is it Naismith? Naismith?
Who?
James Naismith. I think I was saying it wrong. Anyway, you can check out the Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield. All right, anyway, it is 8:01, and we got to go.
It's 8 o'clock over there.
Oh, it's almost 8:01. It's
right.
8 o'clock in 55 seconds. So we got to go.
All right.
Have a great week, everybody.
Have a great week, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Broadcasting live.
It's Naismith. Yeah. Not Naismith. I don't even know what I said. I don't care.
You know, even the professionals screw up all the time.
Yeah, I don't care. All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great day.